Did anybody ever see Aladdin, the movie Aladdin, when the genie's coming out of the bottle and he's like, 10,000 years? Well, that's kind of how I feel when I see this number of 200,000 years. Anybody got any idea what that might be? What it might be referring to when we talk about gender communications? Any idea? 200,000 years of embedded knowledge in our chromosomes, in our DNA, in our neural pathways about how men and women communicate. It literally goes all the way back to caveman days. It goes back to the hunter-gatherers. Now, I know y'all know about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sure you do. So, men were on the hunt. They had to be incredibly focused in order to nab the prey. Otherwise, they would become prey of the animals, right? Women, staying back at the cave, would usually have very collaborative relationships with other women. One, for security, to have others around you, but two, in the event that something would happen to you, you would hope that those other women might take care of your children. So women were very, very valuable in those days, and women learned to talk a lot to each other, to communicate, to read cues and signs and so forth. Men, on the other hand, when you're hunting game, you're not out there talking a lot, right? Because you had to be very focused. So what I'm saying to you is when I talk about 200,000 years ago, this is embedded in our neural pathways, and we bump into this every day. The other thing is, I need you to be very conscious about the issue of stereotypes, biases, and assumptions. You are going to run into some of your own stereotypes, biases, and assumptions. So I'm making you aware of that. I'm flashing the caution light for you to remember, because I don't want you to leave out of here thinking that, oh my gosh, we just stereotyped people. Men speak on average 2,000 words a day. True or false? Raise your hand if you think it's true. False. Oh, I like this. Men actually do process about 2,000 words a day. About 2,000 words a day. All right, are you ready? How many words per day do you think women process?
12,000.
Some talkative women you've been around, right?
Same.
Women process 5,000 words a day. There are some of you sitting in this room, you're saying, well, the guy I know, he only processes about 2,000 words a week, right? She said she can talk about 4 subjects at the same time, and she's moved on, and her husband's still trying to catch up, right? I see a number of you nodding. Yeah, and that same thing can happen in the workplace, right? If we're not conscious about the number of tracks we have playing at once.